Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Insight250 Spotlight series, where we talk to leaders and innovators from all around the globe to understand the stories and the people behind the insights. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined today by the Global Head of Insights from Colgate-Palmolive, Christian. So firstly, welcome, Christian.
Thank you. Thanks, Brisbane. Thanks for having me.
No, it's great to have you here today. And look, let's start by the question I'm sure everyone wants to know is, how did you get into insights?
Yeah, and I think it's a good question because, to be fair, I like to plan things well in advance usually, but in that specific case, I don't know anymore, or I'm not completely sure anymore how that really went. But I think it all started in university because I majored marketing and then also information systems, which was at least at that time a bit of a unique combination. And at some time, I also then wanted to understand people a bit more, hearing a lot into marketing, how people behave, and therefore I wanted to get to know more about people behavior and the underlying motivations. That's why I added psychology to the mix. And at that point, I was wondering, okay, where does that all lead to? Because that's a kind of a unique blend of things. And at some point, I figured out that my acquired knowledge, including the curiosity that I have and also the passion to connecting dots, fits quite well to an emerging function at that time called analytics and insights, or market research sometimes even at that time. And then I got into it, and I stuck with it, so I'm still there.
It does sound like so many of us, you fell into it almost by accident. But Christian, if you were doing it again, do you think you would pursue a career in insights again?
I think yes, because like I said, I'm still in the same function. I love the work. I mean, yes, you sometimes wonder what if, but overall, I think the value that we can add to business decisions and also the interesting stuff that we do on a day-to-day basis is really amazing. And I don't know if that's really true for any other job because we are really basically getting paid to understand people, to be curious and connecting dots. And I think that's a great way to earn your living.
No, I couldn't agree more. I think we're lucky. It's a fantastic profession, and that evidence and facts and data is something that's always appealed to me. But thinking about that and thinking about how things are changing, how do you see the role of insights changing within your space, within the CPG sector?
Yeah, I think it's changing for the better. Not saying that we were in a bad place, but I think insights is really becoming a real differentiator in the industry, and in particular in companies like ours, FMCG companies, and so on, or how we usually talk in the corporate world, a distinctive asset. So at Colgate, we really got the opportunity over the last couple of years, and I think that's happening across the industry, to further strengthen our strategic business partner role overall and earn that seat at the table where real business or important business decisions are made.
Yeah. And do you think insight is listened to enough at board level, or generically, not specifically within Colgate-Palmolive? Do people take enough attention of insight, or do we need to do more?
I mean, it's always relative. So I think the more the merrier. So I think, yes, could we be even more involved? For sure. But overall, I can't really complain. So I think we at Colgate, we made a lot of progress over the last couple of years also to drive people centricity as an important part of our kind of DNA in the company and our focus. And that's helping a lot. And therefore, I think, yeah, we are our voice is heard in a lot of strategic meetings and also in the day-to-day business.
I love that. I love hearing it's part of the DNA and the voice is heard. I mean, that's so critical. So around that, what's your top tip for others to be leaders and innovators in our profession?
Yeah, I mean, it's always difficult to find that one thing that's really important, but I can tell you what really helped me, Crispin. So for me, it was always to be curious because curiosity really paired with that passion for uncovering new insights, always trying to get to better knowledge about people behavior and so on, and also using cutting edge tools. So being open to finding new ways how to do things has always been a key success factor for me, and that's also one of the main things that we are looking at when we're recruiting new people for our function.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. I think curiosity, as you say, is so key, and also, as you say, things are changing. So, on that topic of constant change and things to look for, AI seems to be the flavour of the month. And do you think generative AI will replace many insights people?
I mean, some jobs in insights, like in many other functions, to be fair, will for sure be replaced. But those are mainly the roles with highly repetitive and strategic tasks. So things that we anyway don't really want to do, and we're constantly complaining about that we're doing too much of that. So that's why I think when what we already see in early pilots, early stage at Colgate, what we do with AI, the real magic happens when you bring AI and HI, so human intelligence, together. So AI really brings the speed, efficiency, and also the scale, while human expertise, and here in particular a strong insights person, adds context, creativity, and also strategic thinking. And then when both come together, then you really get to new insights and can really make a difference. So that's why overall, that's why I see generative AI less as a threat overall or just another tool, but more as a partner in our journey towards a deeper, as well as maybe a more nuanced understanding of consumer behavior, and making insights more actionable.
I love that, Christian. I love that when the magic when AI and HI comes together. So maybe we will be changing our titles from insight managers to magicians or
Yeah.
something as we go forward. So that's great. Well, look, thank you so much for sharing all those views with us. It's really appreciated. And for those that want to hear more, then Christian and I have had a much longer conversation talking about the impact of insights in CPG, which is published in Research World. You can see it there, or you can find the article under the interviews on insight250.com. So please do, if you want to find out more, see everything Christian's got to say. It was really fascinating. But thank you for joining us today, Christian. It's really appreciated.
Great, you're welcome. And thanks again for having me. It was really an interesting discussion.
Oh, fantastic. Well, look, that wraps up another episode of the Insight250 Spotlight series. A huge thank you, Christian, for joining us. Do stay tuned, everyone, for more episodes with more discoveries. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep innovating. Thank you.